Good morning, millennials.
Welcome back to The Toast and happy, Monday. Okay, let's just take it for what it is, you know?
Let's take stock.
It's actually a huge Monday, like arguably one of the biggest of the year.
It is, for a number of reasons. This is a really big week. Now, of course, for most people, including myself, like Election Day makes it a major week. I also have other things going on this week that I'm really excited about, including but not limited to my birthday.
I agree, and I'm so glad you brought that up because through no help of my sister, I have slayed the house down fucking boots on a birthday present for you. Like, my generosity knows no bounds. You are going to, I don't even have a concern. Like, you're going to have it.
I'm so excited. Wow.
It's going to be at your house tomorrow. Like, not me coming in a day early, $1 short and a day early. Okay?
Wow. I can't wait. I was not expecting to hear that.
I kept waiting for you to send me like your wish lists and things. Nothing.
I've been thinking about it. I don't know, like the things that I actually want, they're not like to be a birthday present, especially considering like, you know, the level that you and I are at in terms of how we gift each other. Like, I want a cast iron skillet. That's just like not a birthday present from you to me.
It's not sexy. It's not glamorous. I'm not getting you a cast iron skillet.
I did see like a 60-piece Le Creuset set. That's like
60.
It's literally like down to the mugs. Like, it's everything. It's like going viral. It's like $5,000. But
oh my God,
I don't need all that anyway. It would just be funny, and that's
also
too expensive for a joke.
This might be a hot take, but like I'm really into Le Creuset. I don't think I want their aesthetic like in my mugs.
Agreed. And like their colors, the colors of Le Creuset that I like, they don't make in every thing, you know? Right. And also right now my Le Creuset game is so off. I have like 3 pieces and they're all different colors. Like, it's just a mess. So like, I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah. And actually, you know, Amazon Live is one of our sponsors today, and the Le Creuset that I have, I actually like fully stole from the Amazon Live set. Like, it was just sitting there and I took it home with me. Like, I keep waiting for them to like send me a bill. Like, I stole it like a thief.
That's a good use of your thievery.
It's a good use of my platform, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of Le Creuset though, tomorrow's Election Day, which means...
Speaking of Le Creuset,
I'm going to bring it home, Teddi. I'm going to bring it home.
What are you going to make for Election Day?
Election Day chili. You guys have to make a chili for Election Day because you put it in the morning. I'm actually,
you know what?
No shade to Le Creuset. I'm going to use my new crock pot that Teddi Lou got me so that it will simmer all day. And by the time the results are rolling in, your girl's posting up with a chili.
Okay, but you know that me and Ben used our crock pot to make a chili, and it was disgusting. We literally had to dump it into the Le Creuset to like properly cook. We did it for hours.
That was your beef stew, I thought.
Oh.
1, that was beef stew, and 2, my chili recipe was actually born out of a crock pot, right? Like, it's meant for the crock pot. So I have to like do all my meats in the morning, like, you know, brown the meat, add the onions, and then it all goes into the crock pot. I'm going to use the one that Teddi got me. And let me just suggest, I've been doing Election Day chili for like 3 years now.
I love that.
And it's the perfect thing for the evening of the election when you're just like watching TV all night. You want refills.
Yep. No, I love that. Okay, by the way, I'm putting Ben on it. Like, we are making a chili.
It's not just a chili, it's Election Day chili.
It doesn't feel like, I know it's election week. It doesn't feel like it is Election Day tomorrow because like I voted like over 2 weeks ago. Like, it's weird to not vote on Election Day. I don't think I've ever voted early.
No, I never have. I did vote on Friday. I said and did what I said I was going to do. And
nothing better than that.
Even with that, oh my God, Claudia.
Being a woman of your word, it's like the most sickening feeling.
Claudia, this week, for some reason, I have done so many things that I've been meaning to do for about a year, including, like you guys know, I wallpapered my bathroom. Big reveal coming on my Instagram today once I just like tidy up. 2, I got the dent fixed on my car. Did I tell you that?
Oh my God, you got the dent fixed on your car. You really are a woman of your word.
I've had a dent in my car for over a year from pulling out of my own garage.
I bust the windows out your car.
More than that, you know how I've always had that thing stuck on my windshield from when I tried to put a tripod on, and I put on my windshield what's supposed to go on the dashboard, and it's so sticky and no one could ever get it off, and it's been there for almost 2 years since I got a car. Got that off.
Wow, she's cleaning house.
There was other things too. I was just in shock by myself.
No, it's really such a great feeling to say you're going to do something and then like actually follow through on it. And that's definitely something I feel like I've worked on in my like late 20s. No,
you're really good about that. You do not let the grass grow under your feet. And someone who like I really admire that quality about is you, and also
thank you.
And Shannon Ford. Like she really
I'm seeing her today.
She inspires me to do the things that I want to do like right now.
Yeah, she's good about that. Actually, she's coming over today because she has like a couple of hours to kill before she goes to the airport. So we'll probably like be best friends, you know, take pictures, have lunch.
Classic. Soak up each other's awesomeness.
Pretty much.
There was something else that I did that I said I was going to do, and I ordered a bunch of like stuff, like lounge chairs. I know you always like when you come to my house.
Oh my God, you have no outdoor furniture.
I have outdoor furniture. I don't have loungers.
Yeah, for sunbathing. Catch some rays.
Right. I don't catch rays, but I know every time my guests come, like they're looking for loungers. So I ordered them online. They'll be here on Friday.
That's exciting.
And then I also wanted to get, tell me if this is weird, I wanted to get like an outdoor shed for like
storage,
outdoor toys and stuff. But like ordering a shed online, like,
okay,
I felt really weird. Yeah. I just like felt like
no, absolutely not. You cannot order a shed online. It's giving like child trafficking, 1,000%. Like you're literally gonna open up that shed and like a couple of kids are gonna run out. Absolutely
I feel like
not.
they think I'm looking for a child.
Yeah,
like
you can't leave that sort of internet like paper trail. I won't allow it. Also, there's something even beyond the child trafficking. There's something just like categorically false and wrong about ordering a shed. Like you have to go to one of those shed places. You ever drive past them on the highway? It's like 1,000 sheds just chilling outside.
I think I need to get my shed IRL because it was giving like weird trafficking vibes to like
where are you gonna put it?
I don't know. It depends what it looks like because some of them look like a little house, which is really cute.
That's very Kardashian. Like they have like doll houses.
Oh, well, that's a playhouse, but yeah, it just depends on the vibe. But there are so many outdoor toys that I just like love to put in the shed. And then also once I start my gardening, which that is like high up on my list of things I need to do ever since Martha. Mm-hmm. And I told Zach he didn't know what to get me for my birthday, and I told him like I want a garden. I don't expect him to do the whole thing, but like get the person here to help me plan my garden. Like that's what I want for my present, and I'll take it from there. But I need you to start the process.
So it sounds like we both had incredibly productive weekends because I cleared my entire schedule. Like seriously, I had plans with Shannon, plans with Taylor. I did not go to one singular thing. And instead I watched, was it 4 or 5? I'm not sure. Harry Potter movies.
You watched all of them?
There's 8 and I'm on I just finished Goblet of Fire. I think I watched 4. They're 3 hours long each. Like I seriously worked round the clock on watching Harry Potter films. It's something that Ben has really wanted me to do. And I said I would like a million years ago when he watched Twilight. Like it was like this equal trade, but of course I never did it. And I thought, you know, the vibes were so Harry Potter this weekend. It was like chilly in New York. It was the marathon. Like it was just, I don't know, the vibes were right. And I said I would do it. And I did it. And I watched the first 4 movies. And I think a lot of people have been waiting for me to go on this journey. And it's a whole world that I'm really unfamiliar with. I never read the books growing up. As a kid, I definitely saw Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah, who didn't?
Who didn't? And like some random scenes in other movies felt like a little familiar, but I'm basically starting from scratch. And let me tell you, I'm really enjoying the journey, and it's making Ben so happy, so I'm happy for him. I got a little worried because I watched the first movie, and that was the only movie I had like truly seen, and I really enjoyed it, and it brought me this overwhelming sense of nostalgia, and I wasn't sure if that's why I liked the movie or if like the movie was good and like this was my sort of beat. Then the second and third movies like were like bad, like
it's like Twilight.
I really didn't enjoy at all. And I was thinking, oh, maybe like this whole universe is not for me, and that's what I'm learning here. Then Goblet of Fire, which we watched last night, like completely restored my faith in the series. It's the one movie that Robert Pattinson is in. Now I won't spoil what happens, but what they do to that boy is just wrong. And that movie really, to me, that's where things change. Like they obviously had a much bigger budget. They we're just doing better things. Like it was just better. I loved it so much. Tonight we're watching Order of the Phoenix, I think it is.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I'm just like such like a fantasy. It's actually really crazy. I was trying to explain this to Ben. It's crazy to really see how influential the film is on other things. Like, please, the Hunger Games, they literally do a mini Hunger Games in Goblet of Fire. Like, it's a complete ripoff. Even I was thinking of like Fourth Wing, like little things are so clearly, it's really the blueprint. And then of course I got curious about like, I know this movie's huge, the books are huge, I know that they have Harry Potter world, but like how rich is J.K. Rowling?
Billion.
I was like, is she a billionaire? Because she would really be the only person who became a billionaire through writing books. Like that's it. she, in her last updated net worth, which was like 2, maybe 3 years ago, was $800 million.
Close.
Isn't that insane? And especially like the first book is the book that has sold the most copies, obviously, because people get into it and whatever. Guess how many copies the first book has sold?
I don't know, 50 million?
150.
Holy
it's
shit.
Insane. It's
That's
like
insane.
It's the craziest thing. So I'm like new to this whole world, just really learning about all of it. Now, J.K. Rowling, like I know people have, let me get your temperature on this. Like people have said, like pointed out problematic things in the movie always. Like, and I haven't gotten there yet, but like any character who's like not white has like a crazy name. Like she does like crazy, like weird, sort of subtle things like that. You can't really pinpoint why it feels weird, but it does. And in the first movie, so Harry finds out he's a wizard and he has to go to Diagon Alley to like get all of his wizardy things. He's like, but I don't have any money. And Hagrid's like, oh, right, let's take you to the bank. And we go to the bank and the bank is run exclusively by like these like 4-inch trolls with the biggest noses you've ever seen. Like they're like as big as their bodies, like just and huge ears. And I forget what they're called. Are they
goblins?
Called? Goblins, thank you, yeah. And my jaw hit the floor. I was like, excuse me? And I guess Ben is he watched it as a kid, so he never made that association. And he was like, oh, stop, it's good, it's fine. And then like the more he watched it as an adult, because this is the first time he's seen it in a while, he was like, oh, it's definitely
something.
It's definitely weird. Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I saw like you were talking about this, and then that like there's people that say like in fantasy like goblins are bankers. And I've not like in my limited knowledge like experienced like a tie between like Jews and goblins, but like that's just a blind spot for me.
Yeah, the brief research I did, I obviously wasn't the only person who had this thought, was that it's playing on a trope, not that J.K. Rowling created, just that she's playing into like this old medieval sort of stereotype of like goblins and Jews and banks. Like, I don't know.
I would have to look more into it. It doesn't sound good on its face, but I literally don't know anything about fantasy. I've not watched this in my adulthood, so like I'm not gonna make the call.
And I know that you are waiting till your boys are grown and you guys can all like read the books and watch the movies together. And I'm so excited for you because I imagine being like a young boy, because Ben read the books when he was a kid, like him and his dad read them together and then they like watch the movies. Like it means so much to Ben. I imagine it's like a fabulous hobby to have as like a young teenage boy or girl, you know.
Yeah, no, I look forward to it. And it's a Harry Potter. Like it's...
Of course. It's too much.
It's too much. So yeah, that's always like been my plan, is to wait until they read the books and I'll read it with them for the first time.
And if anybody is even remotely interested in where my current rankings of the first 4 films are, it goes as such. Sorcerer's Stone, Goblet of Fire. Very close. Like real, almost a tie, but not quite. The third would be Chamber of Commerce. And the fourth would be Prisoner of Azkaban.
Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah, I'm calling it the Chamber of Commerce. Like it's such a weird name.
They're all weird. I think Order of the Phoenix is weird. And do you know that in some countries, it's not Sorcerer's Stone, it's Philosopher's Stone?
That's the name of the book.
Oh, and they changed it.
Yeah, because I went to go, like, I was looking it up, and I saw the book, and it was called Philosopher's Stone.
Philosophizer's Stone.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get into the nitty gritty about, like, things they change from the books to the movies. Like, I'm new here. I'm doing my best to keep up.
Yeah, and it seems like the readers of Harry Potter are very pleased with how the movies turned out. Kind of like Game of Thrones. Like,
no complaints.
Yeah, so I think that's a great journey for you.
Yeah, and I'm also like really enjoying learning about the different houses and like where you and I would fall. I actually was on HarryPotter.com trying to take a quiz, but they were like, going to make me sign up and give a credit card just to get my results.
I think that you are Gryffindor.
The really crazy thing, and I feel like not enough people talk about this, I forget which movie we figured it out in, but like Harry is not really a Gryffindor.
What is he really?
He's actually, like biologically, more a Slytherin. But when he put the hat on, he was like, please, Gryffindor, because his other 2 friends had gotten in.
Yeah.
He was like, please, Gryffindor, please, Gryffindor. And like, that's the power of Harry. Like, he kind of gets what he wants because he's like the most important wizard ever.
And this winter break, he wants
the
Gryffindor.
hat gave him exactly what he wanted.
Interesting. Well, I'm a Ravenclaw.
Definitely. And I believe, now I'm sorry if I'm spreading misinformation. I believe my favorite character in the films thus far, which was Robert Pattinson, even though he's not in the rest of the movies. I believe he was a Ravenclaw because he was like really popular but really sweet. I loved him. He was like the nice boy who like everybody liked.
So what do you think you are?
I don't know. I don't really also feel like I'm learning a lot about like what differentiates one from the other.
That's probably in
like
the books more.
If you're a dick, you're a Slytherin. Like that's the vibe.
My associations are like Gryffindor, like affable, Miss and Mr. Congeniality, like just like.
Oh, that's not mine. Mine is like, because most of the Weasleys are in there, and I love the Weasleys. They're just like this really down to earth, Hamish, well raised group of kids. Like, yeah, they fight or whatever, but like they're just good people.
Yeah,
like,
so, yeah, definitely down to earth, salt of the earth. Okay, I'll put that in there too, along with like affable, like gets along with people, congenial.
Yeah.
Slytherin, arseholes.
Nefarious, bad actors.
Or blonde hair.
Actually, just Malfoy has blonde hair. Like, it's not. They're not like a crew of blonde hair, yellow belly losers. It's literally just him.
But if you're a blondini and you don't really associate with the house, like you're going Slytherin.
There actually are not a lot of blondinis in the house. And I also want to say one more thing, because like it obviously takes place in Europe. Like most of them have British accents. Obviously the Weasleys are from Ireland, and there's different parts of Europe that get involved. Like this guy, Victor Crumb, he was
Is that been really hard for you?
Yes. He is from something with a B, like
Belgium.
One of those. No, it's
Brussels.
Keep going.
Berlin.
Kind of like Russian-y vibes.
Belarus.
No. Whatever.
I really thought I slayed with Belarus.
It's clear that like it takes place in an alternative universe because they have to like, travel to the school. But like real countries exist. And it's like, where are the Americans? There's not a single American. Do they just go to a different school?
Oh, I don't know.
Is Hogwarts the official school of Europe, of the EU? I keep wondering. Like,
does it take place in like in modern day?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe you'll find some Americans later on.
Maybe. That would be cool. Nice, some representation.
And then Hufflepuff, it's just like jolly.
Yeah, jolly is the perfect word.
And then Ravenclaw, from what I understand, is like pretty cerebral.
Scholarly.
Yeah. Independent thinkers like me.
Classic. Theorists.
Okay, so I think I slayed.
Yeah, I think you slayed. So that's a journey I'm going on. I'll probably be talking about it all week. I've made immense progress. We started Friday night and I'm already on the 5th movie. Like, I'll be done by the end of the week.
Yeah, for sure. I watched the most random shit this weekend. Friday night, did what I said I was going to do, and I watched a bunch of Martha content. I watched her show Martha Cooks, and I learned a lot about making eggs.
She has a new show on Roku.
I don't have Roku in my bedroom.
You have a Roku up in my bedroom.
Yeah, maybe I'll go watch it there. But there were some good shows on Amazon Prime. She also has a gardening show, but it started at too much of an advanced level. Yeah, so I didn't watch that. And then on Saturday night, I watched some of the most recent season of Kardashians. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that I did that?
What's going on over there?
So Courtney had her baby, which I loved watching. And then like Kim is acting. I just like the show because it's like kind of a comfort, like, mindless show. But there's something missing at the moment, like from this world. Oh, I turned it off when they went to the Balenciaga show and they were making like a big deal about it. And it was like in Beverly Hills. And they're just like talking about how Balenciaga's everything. The shows are always the moment. Like, what are you talking about? Like when read the room. Okay, even if you want to work with Balenciaga and wear Balenciaga, whatever, to read the fucking room. Nobody wants to hear about it.
I was thinking about Balenciaga on my way to work today because I walked past a Balenciaga store. It was completely empty. And I walked past it a lot. And I actually used to live, my old apartment had a Balenciaga on the corner. And that was during like the big scandal. It was really interesting to watch how like a store that was always busy, like literally the only people were the police who used to stand outside. Like it was crazy. And I walked past it today and it was still like that. And I thought it was so interesting because there's clearly been some sort of like coordinated effort by celebrities in Hollywood to bring it back, right? Like they have Nicole Kidman, Kim Kardashian, Katy Perry, like they've got the girlies showing up, and it's now been like 2 years of like this sort of strategic attempt. And it's funny how like people are really not buying it. Like I have not seen, Balenciaga is always on sale. I actually just went to Saks. And they like, when you walk into the original Saks Fifth Avenue, like all these huge brands have their own like mini stores inside the store. It's like a mall kind of. Balenciaga literally had a table. It was really crazy. Like it's so interesting how celebrities really do have so much influence, and like people are not listening to them on this. Like they are not down to clown with this.
No, it's really so true. And even when they were doing this segment on Balenciaga, like at least like mention it.
Yeah.
I know people like are upset about Balenciaga.
Right.
Like, and then just explain your position, because obviously you feel some type of like defensively towards them. And Demna, she's like sitting next to him. Like, so just explain that to us instead of pretending like it's not happening because people can't get over it. I can't get over it.
Yeah, and the way in which they've come back without even wanting to like acknowledge the huge, it's weird. And I think I'm giving, maybe I didn't give people enough credit. Like I would have assumed like once all the celebrities came back, everybody else would, like rich people love celebrities and they'll start buying it again. And then the rich people buy it and everybody else buys it. No, every time I walk past, deserted.
Yeah, same for like in my department store, like every place has a kiosk and like Balenciaga's just always on sale sitting there. I did see like one bag that like looked kind of interesting for like a big like mom bag, but no.
Yeah, no, that's really lame of them. Like, I feel like, and we've been saying this for a while, the Kardashians, and I think they probably understand it at this point, have reached like a weird inflection point in the last couple of years where like their relevance, like they're still relevant, but people don't, I don't know, consume their content in the way that they once did. And they're just sort of like these evergreen celebrities and not so much these like cultural, they were like polarizing. I don't know, there's just like something missing. And I actually think while it started way before the Balenciaga thing, I think the Balenciaga thing has a lot to do with it. People just find them, for a while, like they've always been like not so relatable because they're so wealthy, but like their love for one another and their love for family and faith, like there have been things about them that have always been deeply relatable, even beyond the fact that they fly private everywhere. Like there's been things you could see, like the sisterhood, like we've always seen. And I don't know, I think the Balenciaga thing was like a really big part of it.
Yeah, because I think when we think about them and for all of the things that people criticize them about, like I think one of the biggest like core tenets that make them so lovable is like their emphasis on family. I mean, that's it, that is the show. And like, it's really like what Balenciaga did, like is so
incongruous,
offensive to like people who like value family and like have those same values that like we loved them for. So like, it's because of, it's that.
Yeah. And I would love to know why. That to me is like one of the great wonders of the world. Like what happened in the elevator with Beyonce and Solange. Why are they willing, well not they, honestly, it's really Kim, like why is she so willing to die on this hill? And I know that she's a person who values like business and money, and I'm sure they've offered her, but she's a billionaire now, so it would be like, everything is pennies to her. So even if they're offering her $10 million, like that's really not a lot of money to her. I would love to know why.
Yeah.
Is it out of this, personal responsibility to your friend Demna? Like, I don't know. I would love to know.
If that's your friend, like trust your faves and like tell us Demna didn't like,
Demna would never.
I know it looks a certain way, but Demna would never. Like Demna is but like that's the problem is like I think Demna would.
Right.
But she doesn't even say Demna would never. So like we're just left here being like Demna would, and you're sitting with Demna. Like okay, I'm out.
Yeah. She's also like, I don't know. If I go too deep on the Kardashians, I feel like I've said this like a lot of times in the last couple of years. Like it's boring, but like it's just so fascinating because when I think about like, we actually just did a Patreon episode where we were going through our old podcast titles, and like literally there was a year where every single day we woke up like excited, like couldn't breathe until we talked about the Kardashians. And I still have that with like other things like Travis and Taylor. Like it's not that I've lost that energy. I've just lost that energy for them.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people have. And I think people did, before us, like a lot of people like got over them. We were like always hanging on so tight. I would love like a real expert on like popular culture and celebrity and to do like a full, like what went wrong?
Yeah. And it's like not too late to just like change. Also, she's doing her acting. It's all like American Horror Story, which I don't watch, and I don't understand like the need to like conquer seriously every single thing at the expense of like your sleep and like your.
That's by the way, that's what Courtney was saying in those last couple of
seasons.
And
when she was saying it, she was like early to say, and I'm like, no, she's just ambitious and like, and I thought the things that she was trying to do like were I understood like wanting to be a lawyer and then also starting Skims, which is just like an extension of her. But now, like, to go acting and she's doing all of these things, and they're like, if you had to give up one, like, in order to, she's making this huge movie, and they're like, if you have to give up one of your projects, and like, think of everything she does: Skims, Skin, Sky Ventures, Lawyer, Mother, reality show,
influencer,
like a million things, speaker, whatever. And they were like, if you had to give up one thing, like, what, so that you could do this movie, what would it be? And she was like, sleep. I'm sorry, I can't relate to that. I cannot.
Yeah.
Because she already wakes up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym. So like, seriously, you're not going to sleep? Like, for what?
Courtney saw something that like we couldn't see. And we all were like, oh, Fabissina jealous wench. And you know what? Like, I completely see what she's talking about. It wasn't so much about greed. It's just like this obsession. And that's really what Courtney was saying. Like this obsession with doing everything and being the most and best to everyone and everything. Like why? Like you have everything in the world. You have such a beautiful family. Like enjoy it.
And she was at dinner with like the lifers and just saying how like every year she just wants to like conquer something new, that she'd like, you know, a whole new space. That's how she feels going into acting, like the same way she did SNL, like she like where she's such a novice and she wants to prove everyone wrong and like take this on, and like she's gonna keep doing like this with a million other things, and it's like, why?
It's exhausting.
Like I don't like, you could do that with like even hobbies, like
gardening.
That's what I was thinking. It's like, I actually like that. I feel that way in my personal life. Like I want to like learn new things that would like benefit my life.
That's what Martha says. You should really make it one of your goals to learn something new every day.
And I feel like in the last few years, I mean, the amount that I've learned in the last few years, like I wouldn't recognize myself. Like some of the things that I say, if you had said that sentence to me even a year ago, Pargy loaves, I'd say, what?
Right.
What? And I think that's like, it's a good thing to always be like learning new things, but like,
this is extreme.
To what end?
Yeah. So justice for Courtney in that sense.
Well, she's definitely getting her justice, because like now the show, and there's so much of like this prank stuff still, which you know that we don't like, and like,
oh my God, the pranks, and I loved the Todd Cranes and I loved the Art Vandelay. Like those were two.
And by the way, it's not even Scott pranking. That's the problem.
Right. They took it too far. Like they were so well received that they were like, let's make this a continual subplot for the next 10 years. And it's really dumb.
Yeah. And then Chloe's on the other end, where she like won't leave her house and like just wants to like be a mom and be with the kids and like loves her routine. And I think that's like so nice. And I think that's, a lot of people would probably relate to that. But then they like don't actually show us her in her routine. They just have her having conversations with people about how she's scared to leave the house and how the routine is important to her, and like how she likes to make True's lunches. But like, I'd love to see her make True's lunches. Like, show us the routine that she's so enmeshed in.
That's funny.
So that's what I saw, and that's how Jax sees it.
We have a lot to get into today, so I hate to cut off this riveting conversation, but I feel like we should,
for more in service of more riveting conversation.
In service.
So now, without further ado, here are the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
And the Fast 5 stories that you need to know are brought to you by Amazon Live, the place where I stole a Le Creuset pen from. So for those of you who are living under a rock, Amazon Live, a shoppable video experience on Amazon where you can learn about the hottest products from influencers and creators like myself, and shop while you're watching them. So you'll find beauty must-haves, get ready with me videos, live try-ons, all the latest trends from your Gargy Party swirlies, and you'll be able to ask questions in the live chat and have fun with whoever is streaming and hosting. So if you like gossip, there's plenty of it with reality stars like Kyle Richards, Lala Kent, Paige DeSorbo's on the network. She also has a new show. It's called In Bed with Paige DeSorbo, where she invites top-tier guests to join her in her favorite place, which is her bed. So you get to basically watch content that you watch all the time, like your favorite reality stars, influencers doing Get Ready With Me, is trying on clothes, but it's all shoppable live on Amazon. So it makes it so easy to shop. You can like add to your cart. Basically following like all your favorite swirlies on Amazon Live will then notify you every time they go live. So you can like watch it live. You can ask questions about like, you know, techniques they're using for their makeup, or just like random questions if you have like gossip for Kyle Richards. It's actually quite brilliant. I love Amazon Live. I love hosting them. I've done a bunch. I do like fashion ones with Margot, beauty ones. I've done a ton of cooking ones with Ben. We actually did an Amazon Live where we made fried chicken sandwiches with mac and cheese. It was really, you know, very Rachel Ray of us, really fun. So make sure you're following all your favorite swirlies on Amazon Live. If you would like to follow me on Amazon Live, you can stream and shop my channel. Amazon.com/live/girlwithnojob, or you can enjoy the best of Amazon Live on their new live TV channel on Freevee or Prime Video under the DIY section, and shop along on your phone. Today's episode is also brought to you by Vegamore. A little self-care can go a long way, especially amidst the hustle and bustle of the holidays. Taking time for yourself and your hair goes beyond just looking good. It's about feeling your best inside and out. And that's where Vegamore comes in. Trusted by millions, Vegamore is all about giving your hair the love and care that it deserves. With their vegan and cruelty-free formulas, you can nourish and revitalize your strands while indulging in some much-needed pampering. I feel like I experienced hair shedding. I think a lot of people do. It's like totally normal. And a huge, you know, trigger for that is stress, and the holidays can be really, really stressful. So staying on top of your hair routine will make a huge difference. And when I started to like actually lose clumps of my hair, one of the first things I did was the Vegamore Grow Serum. I still do it. I'm on the subscription. I try and never miss a day. The key is staying consistent, like doing it every single day, which can be annoying with like a hair serum because you don't want to wash your hair. And that's why I love Vegamore. You would never know that I put it in every day and I don't wash my hair for like almost a week. It does not make your hair oily. You do not have to jump in the shower after it's done drying in your hair. Like, you will never know that you had it in your hair, and I think that's the best part of it. It's also a great gift. So with the holidays upon us, why not share the gift of self-love? Vegamore products have the perfect presents for anyone looking to spoil their loved ones. This year, they have 2 limited edition holiday sets that are beautifully packaged in marble and gold gift boxes. There's no wrapping needed. It's a thoughtful way to show you care while encouraging your friends and family to take a moment for themselves. So this holiday season, give the gift of great hair with Vegamore. There's something for everyone, including you. So visit vegamore.com/toast. Code TOAST to shop. That's VEGAMOUR.com/toast. Our code is TOAST. Today's episode is also brought to you by Pharmacy. So feed your skin with farm fresh ingredients from Pharmacy. Pharmacy, with an F, is a brand combining rich, farm-grown ingredients and clinically proven results. Their products hydrate, cleanse, and nourish your skin. Jackie, I know you're obsessed with Pharmacy. I feel like it's such a good skincare brand that people are, I saw it all over social media before I ever tried it, and it was truly worth the hype.
Oh my gosh, they sent it to us a few months in advance of this read, and I've been obsessed with it. The serum, the moisturizer, and the lip masks. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it's heavenly. It's really great stuff. It's made with really good ingredients, and you can just
they're formulated
feel the difference
with farm-grown ingredients enhanced by potent science and active ingredients for the clinically proven results. They feel good and do good too. So their partnership with Feeding America helps reduce food waste and donates to the communities. The moisturizer Jackie was talking about was the Honey Halo moisturizer. It nourishes and plumps your skin for instantly dewy skin and long-lasting moisture. It's formulated with proprietary buckwheat honey from a family-operated bee farm in California, and it's combined with strengthening ceramides to support your skin's moisture barrier for all-day hydration. Drench your skin in honey hydration and visit pharmacybeauty.com. Use our code TOAST for 20% off your order. They spell pharmacy with an F, so it's 20% off your order at FARMACY, like farm, pharmacybeauty.com, code TOAST, FARMACY, beauty.com. Our code is TOAST.
Thank you, Code TURT.
You're welcome.
Our first story, some big news from this weekend. Jason Kelce has found himself in a bit of a scandal.
Not with me.
Here are the deets. So Jason Kelce was at the Penn State Beaver game at Beaver Stadium. He attended the Ohio Penn State football game on Saturday, November 2nd. As he was walking out of the stadium, people were trailing him, taking videos of him, and someone is heard saying, hey,
taunting him. They said it twice.
They said, hey, Kelce, how does it feel? Your brother's
F-slur
dating Taylor Swift.
He said it twice.
And so at first we see a video where he hears that, and then he takes the guy's phone and he smashes it to the ground. And everyone's like, go, Jason Kelce, stand up for yourself and Taylor and Travis.
And the queer community.
Right. Then a few hours later, an alternate angle video emerged of the incident where after he slams the phone on the ground, he says, who's the F-word slur now?
And I want to say, I saw a lot of dialogue and rhetoric thrown back and forth. People immediately were like, well, that's not cool. I saw so many gay people tweeting I am okay with this. We give him a pass. I'm so not, and not that I'm anyone to give a decree, but I was not offended. I loved the response. This kid was such a weasel. You have to watch his video. He's trailing him, repeating it, trying really to get to Jason Kelce. And I don't know why Jason Kelce forgets that he's famous. I said this at the Eras tour. He literally walked to the yellow parking lot. He doesn't walk with security. He doesn't act like a famous person. So he's literally walking the streets. He needs to start taking the underground tunnels that other celebrities take, because people, he is so famous. I feel he doesn't understand his real place in culture. What are you doing walking with this rat? Why does this rat even have the opportunity to get close to you? This kid's such a loser. I love that Jason Kelce destroyed his personal property. And that this kid will not sue, or because we don't know his name, right? He's just, he has the gift of being anonymous. I don't know he hasn't been doxxed. He should be.
If he goes to sue Jason Kelce, we'll know his name, his employer, his school will know that he uses language like this, and it won't be good for him. That is a really good point. I did see, of course I saw the people cancel Jason Kelce, you lose a slur.
Fighting hate with hate.
Yeah. But I did also see, probably more than that, I saw people no, we'll give this one a pass. No, it's
no,
it's
and
okay.
The F-slur has a really unique place in gay culture. They embrace it a lot. And of course it gets used as a hateful rhetoric, that little shit from Penn State. But they actually really, I think, love and embrace the word, and it's become a term of endearment a little bit. So the fact that like what for mostly I saw like people on social media like giving an allowance to Jason Kelce, like I loved it because he obviously wasn't using it in a hateful way. This guy was such a little shit. He needed to be punched in the face, but obviously Jason Kelce couldn't do that. So like this was the next best thing. I have really no issues. Like, do I think Jason Kelce is a homophobe? No, I have no issues. I think he was really standing up for Taylor, his family, and the community in general. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I do agree. And also it's a case of trust your faves. Like if you think Jason Kelce has like bad intent and that he used that word in like in a hateful way, then you obviously don't think highly of Jason Kelce. But if you do think highly of Jason Kelce, you'll give him the benefit of the doubt to say like that's not what he meant and he wasn't being hateful towards anyone other than that person. You are 100% right that this is another case where we should be trusting our faves. Yeah, so I will trust in Jason Kelce's intent. I'm assuming like he's going to address this. It became a huge story. Like I'm assuming he's going to address it on his podcast. He'll probably apologize just because he feels like it's the right thing to do and he doesn't want, any sort of like stain on his record. But I personally don't think that's necessary. Yeah, they'll definitely address it because they seem to address everything that happens, whether they go in deep or just like, oh yeah, that happened. Yeah. He'll address it. Well, it'll be interesting to see what sort of tone he takes, but I think that he'll handle it. Yeah. It's handled. But, they're so famous, and because they're, like, athletes, they're, like, this other level of fame. Like, they have their own cereal thing with, like, they're really very, like, brand safe, right? Like, they are, like, the Wheaties guys. Like, they are. So, but also, but, like, athletes actually typically aren't. I know. So they're in, like, a weird position a little bit where, like, something like this, while I don't think it's had any implication on their business because there hasn't been like overwhelming backlash, this isn't something they normally find themselves in because they are like on cereal boxes. They're like America's sweethearts. Kind of like they have to be a little protective. So I'm sure that he will do like a kind of a PC, like just acknowledge it and apologize. He'll make it right for that reason. Yeah, athletes don't give a fuck most of the time. Like they don't have to. They don't play these stupid internet games. Like. Yeah, but I also feel like there's not a huge contingency of people who hate him, who no matter what he says, like won't forget. Like I think he's mostly loved. And seriously, who hates Jason Kelce? It's so true. He's like a national treasure. So, and I think the people who might hate him like are irrelevant to his work. Like I just don't know how you don't watch that video and like fucking hate like that kid. Oh my God, I only wish the worst for him. Like, what are you doing? And you really have to watch it. Like, he says it multiple times. He's so taunting. He was so desperate, like trying to really provoke a reaction. And the fact that he got his phone broken, like, seriously, I can't really put into words how much joy that brings me. Like, it was truly the definition of fuck around and find out. Like, get the fuck away from me, you little rat. Always a good message. Always a good message. And I know that celebrities are supposed to like rise above and like be better than the trolls, but like I love when they get down and dirty and like really give people a taste of their own medicine. This was a gorgeous, gorgeous example. I think this was him rising above though. 1000%. Like let's redefine what it means to rise above. Let's redefine what it means to rise above. I agree. Like why does rise above just like mean do nothing and take it? What about teach this person a lesson and rise? Right. Rise and teach and learn and give. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Like, so it's really nice that he rose above the situation and handled it. And taught this boy a lesson. I just like, what is going through, like, obviously, like his people who know him, like his classmates, like they know that it's him. So his name like might get out. Because he's like anonymous to us, but to his small irrelevant circle, he's not. And so one person, all it takes is one person talking to the Daily Mail, Yeah. So, because he hasn't, like, he really should feel like the full repercussions of like the internet knowing you speak like that. Like we all know now, and that has implications on your personal life, your work life, your school life. Like I'm kind of down. Yeah. But so he's also like recording himself, so it's like. It's not like he thought he was saying it in secret. It's so true. But he's going to post it on like his private Snapchat with like his 3 friends being like, good one, bro. I can't imagine he's like very far in life with a mouth like that. Yeah. And a hate like that in his heart. I know there's like a Swiftie who like takes Econ 101 with him and I need her to speak to the Daily Mail. We need names. Name them. Yeah. I fucking hate this kid. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with Jason, but I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be okay. Are you ready for our next story? I am. The girlies were out and about at the LACMA Art and Film Gala 2024. Yeah, it's that time of year because those 2 events that we never understand always happen like and Lar. Those 2 like galas where every famous person goes to and you have no idea what they're actually attending or raising money for.
they happen like, week back to back. So I guess it's that time of year.
So this was the LACMA Art and Film Gala, which honored artist Simone Leigh and filmmaker Baz Luhrmann. And
so this is the one where they take pictures in front of like those lamps, right?
Yes, at the LA County Museum of Art, which
LACMA.
is different from the LA County Museum of Film, which is where they were last week.
That was last week was LACMA. And this week they're at LACMA.
Yes. And so I think the headline making news was that Kim was there wearing a necklace, a cross necklace that she bought at auction from Princess Diana's estate.
Right. When she bought the necklace, there was a lot of backlash because they're like, we don't want this trash with Princess Diana. And like, I didn't give a fuck. Like, she has the money. She bought it. It's a free country. Go cry about it. Like, seriously. Now, I did not like what she was wearing because... I don't know. I feel like it's a dress we've seen her in a million times, like tits out for the boys, white shawl. Like, it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm in like a little bit of like a hater era, but it's like, do something different, surprise us. Like, we're plaid. I don't know. It was just like,
do a flip.
You're telling me she hasn't worn this before? I was shocked. Now, I know some of the, Christian swirlies were like, also, can you not take this big cross and put it between your breasts? Like, it was a little, and you know what? I kind of feel that. Like, if somebody wore a big Jewish star and like their nipples, like, were, like I would be like, I don't know about that.
A Jewess though, because she's actually like pretty religious. So if it was like a Jewess who was firm in her Judaism,
but like a religious Jewess would never wear their tits out.
Okay, I guess because it's like there's like modesty, but like someone who's like a big Jew, Jew wearing a big Jewish star between her breasts, I actually like I would.
You would like it?
I don't know that I would like it, but I don't think I would dislike it.
I don't know.
It depends.
I'm very protective, and I don't like, and we're just desperate because there is no like real Jewish representation anywhere, like positively.
Okay, here. If Gal Gadot was wearing wearing this dress and a big,
I would love it.
Right,
I would love it. You're right. Yeah. Okay.
And it was like Princess Diana's Jewish sister's Jewish.
Yeah, wait. Who's like Elizabeth Taylor?
Yeah,
she was Jewish. Okay, Gal Gadot at auction bought Elizabeth Taylor's like big Jewish star and then wore it with like a plunging. I would be so happy. Okay, you're right. So
okay, not to say like you guys can't be offended, but I'm just saying like because you were saying it would offend.
If it was me,
but I actually don't think so. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you're right. I would not be offended.
But you guys, if you want to be offended,
I'm also desperate.
Right.
I'm so desperate. But the look in general, I was just like so underwhelmed by, and it reminded me of like. What did it remind me of? It was just like. It didn't remind me of anything. It was just like this fatigue.
Yeah.
Like, we're still doing this? Like.
Yeah, especially she went to the other one without pants and now she's at this one without a shirt.
Like, it's so true. It's like, do something different. Like, you have access to every designer, clothing, stylist. Like, do something crazy, you know?
Yeah. Well,
besides
also at this event, people don't dress crazy. They actually dress like incredibly beautifully.
Yeah.
And not things that take, an artist's gaze to appreciate. It's just like beautiful women in beautiful dresses. And I enjoy that. So like Blake Lively was there looking.
She looks great.
Pargelicious.
Kaya Gerber was there looking parja definition-licious.
Pargelicious definition. Cara Delevingne was there. Looking beautiful as well. And also Cara Delevingne is like looks really well and I'm really happy for her.
Yeah, we like forget because she really bounced back very quickly, but there was like a brief period where it was clear that she was struggling with something and she ended up taking time off, going to some sort of facility. And you know what, ever since, like you're right, she really bounced back. She looks so healthy and so happy and she looks great. I'm looking at pictures, she really does.
Laura Dern, how you doing? Laura Dern was there.
I love Laura Dern. Like, I'm sorry, she's so funny to me. Like,
really?
I just like her. Yeah, she's like, I'll watch a movie if she's in it. You know,
she's a really good actress. But I said really. It sounds like I dislike her. I don't. Like, I'm like totally like neutral.
Yeah, and she's just a part of that crew, like that Reese Witherspoon, Big Little Lies crew.
Yeah, a lot of like random swirlies were at this event. Like pretty much anyone who's anyone. If you were in town, like hit up the LACMA.
Yeah, Charlie XCX, Troye Sivan, Andrew Garfield,
Ellie Goulding, my queen,
Asa Gonzalez. I love Asa Gonzalez. I feel like she like didn't take off in the way that she should have. You know,
she just got married, right?
Oh yeah, and Anna Kendrick was there in what could be one of the ugliest dresses I've ever seen like be made.
I just passed by her.
I'm in shock.
Hold on,
it's like vomit green with a bow.
It is those things.
Oh, Queen Beyonce's mom was there in a black suit,
promoting her new book.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Anyways, that's
Rachel Zoe was there. I feel like that's maybe the first time she stepped out like really publicly since she announced her divorce. She looked gorgeous.
Oh.
I love what she's wearing, like a gold gown. Really, Blake Lively's up there she also looks great at that other event, LACMA.
Page 6 on my iPad isn't formatted correctly when they do these slideshows. And so everyone is like, you know, when you would like take a picture and like not orient it properly and just bring down the top and you get like disproportionate.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking at. But still, Kathy Hilton looks beautiful disproportionately.
That's so funny. Yeah, by the way, it was very well attended in terms of like A-listers. Like, why? I don't get it.
I mean, I don't know. It's a fun... Oh, Victoria Tretti, my girl, was there.
Wait, do we have it as a story that Nina Dobrev got engaged?
We did it last week.
We did?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Positive.
With Ben.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. And
okay.
The sneakers.
The
CD sneakers.
Yeah, DC.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, no, by the way, like it was really hot in here on Halloween. I apologize.
No worries. Are you ready for our next story?
Yeah, I guess we're moving past the LACMA. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to fall down a Forbes creator hole.
Yeah, okay, you're right. We need to like pull ourselves out of it.
We did the highlights, you know?
Yeah. No, we did our part.
It's not the Met Gala.
Yeah.
Though they try.
No, it's giving like an attempt at a West Coast Met Gala, these events. That's such a good call.
Yeah. Honestly, everyone looks nicer for these.
Yeah, because there's no theme where people have to look stupid.
Yeah. Our next story is actually some surprising news that Teddi Mellencamp has announced that she is filing for divorce from her husband Edwin after 13 years of marriage.
Added to the list of celebrities doing things that are actually shocking to me. Like I follow her on Instagram, so I just like opened Instagram and it was right there. I was genuinely surprised.
Just out of nowhere, she announced in an Instagram post, after a great deal of care and consideration, I've made the difficult decision to file for divorce, not a separation, even though they've been like, as of 2 weeks ago, they were like spotted out. They went to an event, kissing, taking pictures. My priority is my children and ensuring that every care is taken with their privacy and well-being throughout this new chapter. Making a public statement is not something I wanted to do, but in an effort to protect my family from undue speculation and rumors, I felt being open, honest, and vulnerable was the best path forward.
I was surprised because, you know, people had a lot to say about Teddi Mellencamp's time on Beverly Hills. They really didn't like her. I didn't have like a real issue with her. And I actually thought she had a really strong marriage. Like,
yeah,
they also went through a lot. Like they had a baby, somewhat recently who had like health issues. Teddi herself had health issues. She's had like 1 million skin cancer scares. Like I always felt like they actually had a really strong marriage.
Yeah, this is really surprising. And also page 6 notes, 1 week ago, they were at a charity gala, like taking pictures, kissing on the lips. So how to go from that to filed for divorce, it's giving like something happened.
The streets said that, you know, he stepped out, you know, that's what they said. I have no proof, allegedly.
It feels as though it's something like that. Like something happened overnight, can't get over it. Like there's no moving past this.
Yeah. Now, it's obviously devastating, of course, and I want to say that. Since leaving the show, Teddi Mellencamp has really tried hard to stay relevant within the Bravo universe, and has done a very good job. She has a very popular podcast.
She probably has one of the most successful Bravo housewife podcasts. Like, I don't even know who would be like second place.
Same. And, you know, sadly, like divorce is really good for a podcast. So I'm happy. Like I know she wants that, like not at the expense, obviously, of her family. So I'm just saying, like, very small silver lining for her.
Yeah, but I think even from her statement, like, I don't think that she's going to share. I don't know. I think
she will.
Usually I'm like, it's only a matter of time before someone, like Brianna Chicken Fry, like we will know one day soon. And she said she's getting back to recording soon. She had a really restorative week back home.
Oh, did she? I saw they didn't record an episode of BFFs, like she wasn't ready.
Yeah, and she was not podcasting. She was taking time off, but then I saw this morning, I saw that she had posted, like, I'm getting back to podcasting. I'm ready. Like, I feel great going back to the city. Like, let's go.
Oh my God. We need the tell-all of all tell-alls. Like, I'll be disappointed. I feel like she's really gonna, like, she knows that people are sad, and I feel like she's gonna feed us.
I think she's gonna feed us because also, like, and it is a totally different situation. They weren't married and they don't have kids.
No
so,
kids.
Like, I completely understand why Teddi, like, wouldn't share, even if she's been like wronged, and even if we would all galvanize around Teddi, like not at the expense of the way the children see their dad.
Yeah, you know, that's a thing, of course, and I don't have kids, so I don't really understand it. It's something that maybe I'll like be, you know, regretting, like I'll disagree with myself in 5 years. Like, I hate that, like when women don't like drag their husbands, and I was just having that.
Bless you.
Excuse me, because you know who I love who did it, who didn't give a fuck, was Kelly Clarkson. She's like, yeah, it's the father of my kids. He's a dick, and you're gonna know about it. Like, I respect people's choices.
Think we only know about some Kelly stuff because of the legal things.
Right.
I think she didn't tell us
He opened the door.
I don't think she told us anything, actually. Like, we know what we had to know because it's filed and they were fighting over properties.
No, but in the music...
Yeah, but no, to say it in the music is different than a sit down.
Anyway.
And then a sit down tell all. It's different. If you say it in the music, it's art. Yeah. It's...
No, but I feel like she really wasn't shy about really villainizing him while also acknowledging that they had a beautiful marriage until they didn't. But like, I don't know, and it's always the women. Like, they protect the father of their children when they did horrible things. And like, maybe one day I'll understand it. I don't understand it. Like, seriously, you wrong me. I don't give a fuck who your daddy is. Like, you're done, you know? Like, it really bothers me.
We'll check.
But maybe that's just like an immature, like, you know, thought of mine.
No, I do understand why you would feel that way, but I also...
It's like Kim and Kanye. Like, it's admirable until it's really not.
No, because I think, like, you have to really think, like, what are you dragging him in the public for? Like, at the end of the day, for yourself, and that's selfish. And I think ultimately it reflects poorly on you. But I don't consider Kelly Clarkson, because like I said, she didn't tell us anything. She has a talk show every day and she didn't tell us anything.
For me, it wouldn't reflect poorly on that person for me. I would say thank you. Like, I wanted to know.
But for their kids.
People who do bad things, like, deserve to get dragged for it. And like, what, because you're a dad, like, you're protected from that? And I don't see men doing that for women ever.
No, I understand, Teddi. And you raise an interesting point, this counter point that I will consider.
Okay.
But I do understand. And like, and it's not even like it's about like putting your kids' private life like into the world, and it's like that's their, and then they go to school and it's like that's their life, and everybody knows this garbage.
Yeah.
You're putting them in a tough spot.
I get it.
So Teddi and Edwin.
Oh, Tedwin. Really shocked. Do you think this at all moves a needle for her coming back to Beverly Hills? Like, I don't.
Beverly Hills is coming back. Did I make that up? Beverly Hills is coming back soon?
I also feel like when you've cemented yourself as like a commentator on a show, like, you can't be a castmate. That's like what Joan Rivers always said. Like, she never got invited. She never got a seat at the table because she was always commenting on the table.
I think she's in a better place now than she was when she was on the show, and she should keep doing what she's doing. I think they've got it worked out really nicely.
Yeah, and Bravo, like, still keeps her in the fold. Like, she goes to BravoCon. They were, like, the official podcast of BravoCon. They're iHeartRadio. Like, she's got a good thing going over there.
Yeah. Are you ready for our next story?
If it's our next story, that's brought to you by Quince. Perchance
it is, Quince.
The weather's turning cooler. There's so much to look forward to, right? Like you said, Election Day chilies, cozy knits from Quince. Slipping into a cozy sweater from Quince is truly like the reason for the season. It's the best time of year, and you should be dressed for the part. Quince is known for really being slaying the house down boots. That's first of all. But they're really known for their Mongolian cashmere sweaters that start at just $50. It's not just those items. All the Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. So they have beautiful leather jackets, cotton cardigans, soft denim, and so much more. Pieces that are made well, made with good materials, but are not going to break the bank. Like, they really are super conscious when it comes to pricing. And they do that by partnering directly with top factories and cutting the cost of the middleman and then passing the savings on to you. So you're getting the same quality as like really high-end brands, but their pricing is like 50 to 80% less because they're just like, they're no BS over at Quince. Like, they're just here to get you good stuff. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, and of course, premium fabrics and finishes that feel luxurious. Excuse me. All the pieces that I have from Quince over the years have aged so well. They're so like, they're real staples for your closet. Like, they don't go out of style. I have great cardigans, great trousers, great cashmere sweaters. So you can get cozy in Quince's high-quality wardrobe essentials. When you go to quince.com/toast, you'll get free shipping on orders and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/toast for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/toast.
You're
welcome. Today's episode is also brought to you by Z-Biotics. Watch your mouth, I wasn't done.
Well, I can't thank you.
No,
I think I should thank you after every ad.
So Z-Biotics is the maker of the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. So your first drink of the night for a better tomorrow. It's engineered by a team of PhD microbiologists. Pre-alcohol is a probiotic drink that breaks down the byproduct of alcohol, which is responsible for rough mornings after drinking. So Z-Biotics is basically something you will take before drinking alcohol. So the way it works is, step one, drink your pre-alcohol. For best results, make pre-alcohol your first drink of the night. Then, of course, drink responsibly, pace yourself, hydrate, get a good night's sleep, enjoy the night. And then step three, wake up, feeling refreshed and ready to take on from the day. It's really kind of brilliant. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. It's, you know, people assume that when you don't feel well after drinking, it's from dehydration. That's really going to be blamed. But you will develop a toxic byproduct in your gut when you drink alcohol, and pre-alcohol produces an enzyme that breaks down this product. So every time I've ever taken pre-alcohol before I drink, I definitely notice a difference the next day. Like, there's nothing worse than just being completely out for the count the next day after you had alcohol. It just ruins any sort of productivity. If you want to clean your apartment, if you want to go for an exercise, like anything, it's really annoying. So go to zbiotics.com/toast to learn more and get 15% off your first order when you use code TOAST at checkout. That's zbiotics.com/toast. It's backed with a 100% money back guarantee. So if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they will refund your money, no questions asked. zbiotics.com/toast, code TOAST. Today's episode is also brought to you by Dreamland Baby. Jax, tell us a little bit about that.
It is. I'm so excited to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by Dreamland Baby because they're having an early Black Friday sale and you're going to want all the deets. Ooh. So Dreamland Baby is one of my favorite brands for baby sleep. They have the weighted sleep sack, the sleep swaddle. They have amazing pajamas and just great products overall. Everything is so soft, made with like the highest quality materials. I use it at all stages of babyhood, toddlerdom. We just got a new set of pajamas and I love to get the boys matching pajamas. They're so soft, and then with the matching sleep sack, like seriously, it's a dream and it's gonna help baby sleep through the night. So they are having an early Black Friday sale. If you go to dreamlandbabyco.com and use my code TOAST for the buy one get one free deal from my favorite baby sleep brand, Dreamland Baby, the code TOAST will work site-wide on both non-weighted and weighted products, PJs, and more, as long as they are of equal or lesser value. Feel free to mix and match, but note this is final sale. Use code TOAST at checkout. This is a great way to stock up on Dreamland Baby products or to give as gifts. Yes, if you are feeling selfless, you can use the free one as a gift for someone else, or you can just have two so that when one is in the wash, you're not like, oh my God, sleep is out of whack because we don't have our weighted sleep sack that we've come to rely on because it's so calming for the baby and promotes such great sleep for everyone. So head to dreamlandbabyco.com and use code TOAST for a buy one get one free early Black Friday sale.
Thank you, Jax, so much. Nobody does an ad read like you.
Thank you. I have a lot of passion in my heart.
She's got passion for passion.
I've got passion for our brands.
That's so beautiful.
Another thing that I have passion about, which I don't know that you do. I think you do. I do think you have passion for this. It's our next story, and that is the long-awaited lineup for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
You know what? The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is like a cultural event that I personally have a lot of interest in. I know I'm unique in that this is not the Forbes creator list. I don't think everybody cares as much as I do, but as a New Yorker who also like feels a weird, deep, like nostalgic connection to the parade, like growing up, like my favorite memories is waking up with you guys and like laying on the floor of the den and watching. Like I have such a crazy love for this parade. Like they could never make me hate it. Now the budget has like severely gone down. I know nobody cares. They get like the most talentless hacks to lip sync. I don't care.
No, I know. And I do feel like in one's life, like there are times when the Macy's Day Parade is important to you and times when it's not. And I do feel like until I became a parent, like it wasn't important to me in the last 5 to 10 years. Mm-hmm. However, now as a parent, like first of all, we're awake and like
You're
looking
awake
for something. It's a long day. Mama's cooking. Like I got to get the kids buzzing. And like, it's actually, even though the performers that like I would love are maybe not there. You know, I don't see like Mimi Webb out there shaking that thing.
But Bluey is there.
But like the characters come through. And it's really fun for them to see. Like, there's just a lot of really great stuff. So I am having a renaissance with the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And so this lineup means a lot to me.
I also meant to tell you, big thing that I did over the weekend is that I bought tickets to see Wicked on Thanksgiving Day weekend. Like, I feel like I thought they were all going to be sold out. I did get a good time and a good location and a good seat, but like it was definitely like tough.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm not messing around.
Are you going to sing?
It's going to be hard for me not to, but I really do want to hear like the vocals that are being served. So I personally will not be singing. And so much so I actually might be like a little bit of a singing police. Like if somebody near me is like humming or something, I will be asking them to stop. Like it's annoying.
I think people are going to sing. No.
No.
They
should, by the way, because they're also doing 3D versions. So like there should be 3 different viewings: sing along, 3D, and regular.
I think it will also depend like what part of the country you live in.
Yeah, and I just want to say I am seeing the film on the Upper West Side where I feel like a lot of theater kids. It's by Lincoln Center. Like I'm screwed.
Yeah, I think down here, I'll be in the clear.
I think so too.
I don't think there's like going to be a lot of people with like a singing voice that they want to shout from the rooftops, but I do think you're fucked.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely fucked. I didn't even think about that.
You should like go out to New Jersey to watch it.
Yeah, I don't know like what region of the city I would be safe in.
No, the city. I don't think the city is safe. Well, on the one hand, the city's not safe because of the theater kids and like the Broadway tie, but on the other hand, like city people, like they don't do stuff like that.
They don't fuck around.
So you might be safe, but I don't think so because of the aforementioned Broadway ties.
Yeah, and like me being so close to Lincoln Center, like that's where they lurk. In dark alleys.
I think you're seriously fucked. Like that theater by me, the one that my husband always wants to go to, like no one is singing there.
So true.
No one is singing.
Marked safe.
Anyways, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Speaking of Wicked, the telecast will be led by Idina Menzel, Alison, Brie.
I don't know if you saw.
That she wasn't there.
Yeah, but like others were.
And it's like supported. You could say, oh, maybe she wasn't there because like she has stuff going on, like Idina things.
But she doesn't.
Well, she's at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, so like she should have been there.
I did see a video of like Ariana and Cynthia being like sending a video to Idina, like we love and miss you. Like it appeared good, but it's weird.
Maybe they're fine with her, but something at Big Wicked is not ringing true to Idina.
Maybe.
Bishop Briggs and T-Pain.
Who?
Today, hosts Savannah Guthrie, Hoda Kotb, and Al Roker will be on hand to present the celebration.
Will this be the last year that Hoda does this, or is this like one of her? Because she still has an NBC contract.
I think this is outside of the Daily Show, and she'll still be on hand for tentpole events.
Because honestly, like there is no Thanksgiving Day Parade without Hoda. Honestly.
Yeah, and Al Roker. Actually, I feel like for me, I associate him even more.
I completely forgot to share that I walked past Al Roker the other day in the street,
and
he seemed to be doing well.
I'm glad. Was he getting ready for the big day?
Do you remember when he peed live? Like he didn't know his microphone was on and he was like peeing in the middle of. Do you remember that?
No, I actually don't.
That's one of my favorite Al Roker moments. He's a king.
He is. Also joining the parade with special appearances are Jimmy Fallon and the Roots, Kylie Cantrell, Leah Salonga, Jonathan Bennett, Liza Colin-Zayas, Tom Kenny, Gina Claire Mason, and members of...
Are you just making up these names? I've never heard of these people.
And members of the WNBA champions New York Liberty with their mascot, Ellie the Elephant.
Okay, so when you say lineup, are you talking about like for NBC? Like these are people who are coming through the broadcast?
No, like coming down the parade way.
You're kidding. Like who? Are any of these people singers? Who's singing?
I don't know. I wouldn't know if they are singers. Besides the traditional high-flying inflatables, marching bands, and parade floats, the NBC telecast will also feature performing casts from Broadway shows like Death Becomes Her, Hell's Kitchen, and The Outsiders, as well as the iconic Rockettes, of course.
Oh my God. I love the Rockettes. To me, New York at Christmas. What a sight. Like, I fucking love the Rockettes. Whenever I see those bitches doing their thing, like, I'm like, oh shit, it's Christmas time, bitch.
Then there's going to be some new character balloons for, this is exciting, Disney's Minnie Mouse. That's major.
She's never been?
She's never been, I guess. Then Extraordinary Nora and Elf on the Shelf. Okay. Gabby from DreamWorks Animation. I don't know her. Goku from Dragon Ball. Don't know. Spin Master and Nickelodeon's Marshall. And Spider-Man by Marvel, which Spidey is having a major moment in my house. And this show, Spidey and His Amazing Friends, like I feel like it's really, people are really getting into it.
Go, let's go.
Go, let's go. Go,
let's go. Okay. So
oh my God, Harry's going to lose his mind. That's actually like really me. I couldn't have asked for a better character to be introduced.
It's clear I'm like not in tune with what the kids are up to. I'd never heard of half those people.
And I think Marshall is from Paw Patrol. He's the Dalmatian firefighter.
I know Paw Patrol. I'm happy. That's cool. I'm going to watch and like maybe I'll be eating my words, but like this sounds horrible.
Yeah, it does. But I also think that the big names haven't been confirmed yet. Like there will be some country singers, like there will be people that we know. And I just think like those announcements will be forthcoming. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like Megan Maroney's going to do it because she has a new song. It's like, I Want a Cowboy for Christmas or something. Like that's cute.
Yeah. She's like, would be perfect for it.
Yeah, it's like an interesting level of fame because you have to be willing to like, you know, ditch your family and friends on Thanksgiving. No, and most celebrities, like it's not worth it for them.
Well, yeah, it means that you wouldn't be like in your hometown, but if you're local or in the tri-state area, like you get to go to the parade, your kids get a great seat.
Andy Cohen always shows up, literally does 30 seconds of work for NBC so he can get a seat with his kids.
So cute. And then you go home and have the big day. Turkalicious.
Oh, you're not gonna, I was gonna say who's cooking, but you're away.
I'm away. Yeah, I will not. This will be the first Thanksgiving in 2 years that I'm not. I guess I only cooked twice, but still, it's like a really big deal.
Yeah.
That I'm not cooking, so I can just relax, put my feet up.
Finally.
Are you ready for our fifth and final story?
I am.
It's some Martha news because I'm in my Martha era, and she's like beefing with her neighbor, Ryan Reynolds.
I absolutely adored this exchange. Like, as if I couldn't love, I'm on a Martha Stewart high, obviously. Anything she does, like, I would be gassing up. But this in particular, I enjoyed.
So a lot of things happening. Martha Stewart is saying that her neighbor, Ryan Reynolds, is actually not funny in real life. She said on an episode of Built Rewards' November rent-free game show with founder and Turdy's friend, Encore. She said,
I know famous people.
She said, you want to know something? He's not so funny in real life. No, he's not so funny. He's very serious, she said. And that like just got so much news.
Yeah.
Then Hugh Jackman chimed in.
No, Ryan Reynolds chimed in first.
Yes. Ryan Reynolds chimed in first saying...
somebody tweeted like a quote, like a direct quote of what Martha said.
And then he said, Ryan Reynolds said, I disagree with her, but I tried that once. The woman is unexpectedly spry. She really closed the gap after a mile or so. I couldn't tell you what this means.
Me neither. And I feel like he's only proving Martha's point. She literally said he wasn't funny, and he's obviously trying to be funny. And like, I actually don't get it.
And then Hugh Jackman replied, and he's always like sparring with Ryan Reynolds, even though they're best friends and they go see Taylor together. But he said, finally, someone says it about Ryan not being funny.
Yeah.
And obviously he phoned it in because he's like in bed with Sutton, and it's like, okay.
Right.
He got his like Spidey alert that someone's talking about Ryan Reynolds and he has to join in, but it's back to bed with Sutton.
If Hugh Jackman knew, like we've actually said it many times, like Martha's not the first, so just important to note. I know Martha Stewart like doesn't give a flying fuck what these two have to say. Like she said what she said, she meant what she said, and she's probably right.
Do you not? I thought she was joking. Like that she was, it was giving like, you know, she has her own.
You know, she's so matter of fact. I think she was seriously being like, everyone says this guy's so funny. Like I literally live next to him. He's not funny.
Yeah.
Did you see that somebody, I don't know who it was, but Martha's like obviously just like doing a lot of press in this moment, and somebody like went up to her with the microphone and was like, what do you think about the trad wife phenomena? And she was like, oh, I like that girl who lives on the ranch. I like her. Martha's like, I'm not crazy about the term trad wife, but like I like what that girl does.
Oh my God, when your faves collide.
Yeah, they need to collab.
They do need to collab.
They were like, she was literally like so matter of fact about it. She was like, I mean, she has this amazing life, she's like an amazing mom. She makes beautiful meals, beautiful cows, beautiful milking. Like she knew a lot.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Martha needs like a network like which she should have had before everything was ripped away from her.
Yeah.
She needs a network like the Magnolia Network sort, and like to be cultivating talent. If she likes someone, like give them a show. Like we need a ballerina or
in this like later season of her life. Like she's done working so hard. She worked so hard for so many years, and nobody fucking cared.
I agree. She's not going to do it now, but that's like what we were robbed of. That's where Martha Stewart, omni-living, omnipresent, was going.
Yeah. Such a bad name. What was that? Omni Media.
But she was the first one to do it. So now it would be like Martha Stewart Networks or Martha Stewart Media. But she was coming up with a new name for like this concept that no one had.
New industry.
Yeah. And she came up with Omni Media, and it wasn't the right word.
And it is what it is.
The stock was like MSLO, Ms. Low.
And every time they said it, I was like, what?
Who dat?
What the hell is Omni Media?
And then also I was watching her cooking show, and one thing she does that like I don't love is there's always people in the kitchen with her, and she's like, she has her like head of brand, so she's like teaching to cook. Mm-hmm. And it's like, Martha, just teach me please, okay? I don't need to like watch Kevin. However, like Kevin actually makes me laugh a little bit, I hate to admit.
Oh.
But in general, I don't like that. Like get everyone else, like just you and me in the kitchen.
Agree. And that's the magic of Martha, and that's what people fell in love with. Like,
and even their names, like he's like the EVP of content at blah blah blah. It's like, Claudia, it's like another word like Omni Media. I'm like, what is this?
Wait, also, I was looking for your birthday. I was like, as a little extra gift, going to get you a Martha Stewart book. You know what they're selling for on Amazon? That
$300.
Yeah.
And you can't buy me a book for $300.
No, and it wasn't even like in amazing condition. It was like beat the hell up.
And people said if I go to the library, they probably have it.
Can you steal it from the library? I
could check it out. Yeah. And then, by the way, if I fell in love with it and I was like, this book is changing my life, it's the best thing I've ever read, I would spend $300 on the one from Amazon.
Okay, by the way, go to the library.
I'm going to. So all's well that ends well at your local library, where you could also vote. But not today. There's no early voting today. If you haven't voted yet, you vote tomorrow.
Don't forget to do that. Swirlies, we'll see you tomorrow.
And if you're making an election day chili in the crock pot, don't forget to start it early, because you're going to need a lot of hours to simmer.
She's not wrong.
And that's all we got for you.
That's our show, you guys. Thank you so much for listening to the Toast and Millennium Morning Show, where we deliver the fast 5 stories you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe, this video, thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So it's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iRadio, CastBox, all the places where we listen to podcasts. Find us to tell us if you have a 5-star review. Have a beautiful, stunning, and wiggly down to we are.
Love ya. Bye.